Hello everybody, and today we are doing the Loch Loop 16 kilometers Zwift TT Club racing, and it is a very hard race, so let's get into it. So now we set off pulling up the watts to try and get our speed going for this race, knowing it's going to be a very hard one. I raced earlier before this race came first, which I was happy with, so I really was feeling this in the legs. So, a couple of meters into the race, trying to average around 230 watts to get a good pace here. To get a pace to try and get as high as we can in the Zwift leaderboard rankings, so I can get some Zwift points to go up to the A category, and yeah. So as we've 4K into the race, I'm starting to feel the burn in my legs, averaging around 240 watts at just under 5 watts per kilograms. Trying to chase down B riders that are in front of me, try and get as quickly of a time as possible so I can progress at them GC standings. So we are now approaching the first climb, just under 5K in, and trying to get a good pace going after this climb, knowing I can recover a bit on the quick descent after this. Try and get as good time here because I definitely can use my advantage of climbing as being a light rider here. Try and get the seconds come down from the B riders in front of me. So we are now approaching the last climb of the lap. Knowing we're gonna have to repeat this again. So I'm trying to get a good measurement of what I could do in the last lap here, as I know I can definitely bring the seconds down on this climb. As I said previously, being a light rider benefits me going up climbs instead of on the flat. So you know I can really push the watts here to try and chase the B riders in front of me. So around 10k in, I am starting to feel it in the legs. My average watts and my watts per kilograms are dropping now, with about 6k to go. Yeah, definitely feel the burn, and knowing I just need to keep pushing to try and catch the riders, try and get as high as I can on the race leaderboard. So we're now approaching a B Rider Hill. We look like we're passing them. Really putting down the watts in the last 5k to try and get as good as time we can to progress in the GC standings, and trying to average just under 50k an hour in this last final push. So for the last time now, we are going up the Breakaway Bray KOM. It's quite short and it's not too steep. Averages around 2.5%, and max is at around 8% around the corner. So we're now just under 2k to the finish, descending quickly down here, knowing I can recover, and then really pushing it on the last climb to maybe try and close the gap of the people in front of me. I'm not too worried about catching it, as I'm around 7th, 8th place here at the moment, but hoping I could definitely pass them, which will up my GC results for this race. $400 I got really close to the riders in front of me, didn't just catch them, about 9 seconds behind. I'm quite happy at the moment, knowing I can definitely push this last little bit to try and get as good as the time as possible. Hoping that I think I've done quite good. After racing a couple of hours earlier, coming first in that race, which I was happy with. So yeah, I also increased my FTP up to 216, which was also quite happy. I'm in the B pace group now, and I'm now at 623 race points, which I was happy with. So yeah, really good ride. See you in the next video.